He told me not to worry about the money. Told me to help pick out some year-end gifts because I had better taste than him. I picked them. I bought them. I paid. And he gave those gifts to his mistress. Yeah, that's right. I paid for the other woman I didn't even know existed. Want to know what happened next? Listen closely to this story. She opened the gift. The whole office went silent. Someone swallowed hard. Someone else let out a quiet sigh. And me, I just smiled. A few blocks away. But to get to that moment, we need to rewind 2 weeks. Back when I still believed everything I did was out of love. For a real relationship. No drama, no secrets. That's what I thought. Tyler and I started dating 3 years ago after matching on Tinder. Our first date was at a bar so dimly lit, I couldn't even tell what color his eyes were. But I still agreed to see him again. Something about him made me believe he wasn't the type to get boring. And I was right. He wasn't boring. He just wasn't mine. He worked in finance, constantly booked with meetings and clients. I was a freelance designer, slept during the day, worked through the night. Our schedules were out of sync, but we got used to it. Same with love. It didn't have to be fireworks, just enough to not feel alone at 2 a.m. Our relationship was stable, in a weird way. Not overly passionate, but close enough that I once thought, if I ever get married, it'd probably be to this guy. Ever had that thought? If you have, stay with me till the end of this story and see where that probably takes us. We weren't the type of couple that showed off our love. Tyler always kept a clean image at work, where people knew I existed. But no one really knew me. I used to find that strange, then I got used to it. Toward the end of the year, I started prepping gifts for friends and family. Tyler, on the other hand, always left things to the last minute. One night, while I was editing photos for a client, he texted me, "Hey babe, I need to give a gift to a female coworker tomorrow. Can you help me pick something out?" I asked, "What's she like?" He replied, "Hard to read. But you're better at this than me. You get this stuff more than I do." I should have questioned that line, but I didn't. Because in long-term relationships, we often confuse laziness with trust. He wasn't the first to ask me for help picking gifts. I'd helped him pick lipstick for his mom, a wallet for his sister, even came up with gift ideas for his marketing team last year. I asked again, "Does she have any specific taste?" He brushed it off. "Just something classy, not too flashy, not too cheap." "What's the budget?" "Just pick first. I'll pay you back tomorrow." Sound familiar? Anyone else heard that one before? Do you think he ever paid me back? I'll get to that part later. But first, let's go back to the gift I picked out for him to give. I ordered a niche, woody-scented perfume, not too mainstream but still elegant, paired with a slim Italian silver bracelet set with olive green stones. The same shade I once saw on a blazer he said was perfect for the office vibe. I paid for it myself. My personal card, like always. The next morning I asked, "Want me to drop it off or what?" Tyler texted back, "Just send it to the office. Easier for you." I wrapped the gift, included a blank white card, no name, because he wanted to sign it by hand. I remember standing at my desk for a while, smoothing out the wrapping edges, adjusting the ribbon to exactly 90 degrees. Like this gift was my way of sending a piece of his care on his behalf, even though I wasn't the one receiving it. I didn't think too much of it. I didn't ask any follow-up questions. They say in a relationship built on trust, there's supposed to be space. I gave Tyler that space, and he filled it with something I never wanted to find out. A few days later, while I was lying on the couch, I got an anonymous message, just a photo of a gift box. The exact one I had wrapped. Below it, a handwritten caption, "Nice pic, sweetheart." I laughed. The kind of laugh that doesn't make a sound. I knew that gift was for a female coworker. I was the one who chose it, bought it, wrapped it. But why was she sending me a photo of it? I looked closer. The hand holding the gift was a woman's, nude pink nail polish. And the office background wasn't Tyler's office, but I recognized the small logo on the corner of the desk, his company's name. That wasn't just a gift for a coworker. It was the gift he asked me to buy, so he could give it to his mistress. And the mistress, she clearly knew who I was. She knew I was still around. Cheating doesn't always start with a kiss. Sometimes it starts with a small favor and ends with a twisted message from the other woman. I didn't say anything to Tyler that night. We still had dinner, still slept in the same bed. But my heart wasn't quiet anymore. It started whispering, not in blame, but in questions I wasn't ready to answer. I don't know if that was the first confession he accidentally sent my way, but I knew, from that moment, I wasn't just the girlfriend anymore. I was the supplier, the one who unknowingly supported his affair. An affair I was never told I was part of. And the worst part? I had wrapped that gift with trust. With all the genuine care I poured into one quiet date night, I ended up creating evidence for a toxic relationship I never signed up for. I thought I was helping a man pick out a gift for a coworker. I didn't know I was sponsoring his mistress. After that nice pick sweetheart message, I started seeing Tyler differently. I didn't say anything, didn't change how I acted. But I started hearing my own heart louder, those quiet whispers I used to ignore. Tyler had been busier than usual. He said the company was heading into performance review season, and if all went well, he'd be up for a regional manager position. I was happy for him. The picture-perfect, supportive girlfriend, the kind friends say only the lucky ones get to keep. I cooked more, kept the house extra clean, made sure the only thing he had to worry about was dating his career. But here's what I started noticing. Even when he came home late, Tyler always smelled good. Not like sweat, but cologne, amber. Not the scent I gave him. A kind I'd never seen in our shared bathroom. He started styling his hair more carefully, shaving more regularly. His clothes were always crisp, like he'd just stepped out of a fitting. I once joked, "Does your office meet VIP clients every day now?" He just laughed. "It's review season. Everyone's trying to score points." I nodded. My head believed him, but my gut didn't. Ever heard a story where a guy suddenly becomes flawless, right when you never asked him to? I hadn't. Or maybe I had. But always thought it was someone else's story. Might be a good idea to take a second look when your man starts over-grooming for no reason. Just kidding. I'm sure your boyfriend's great. Now let's get back to my guy, Tyler, and see what he was really up to. Lately, Tyler had been forgetting the little things. Forgetting to buy bread, forgetting to close the rideshare app, forgetting that promise he made to take me home for the holidays. He said, "You know how it is, work pressure." Yeah, I knew. But I also knew some pressure doesn't come from the job description, like managing 2 relationships without letting them overlap. One late afternoon, while replying to a client email, I got a message from a strange address. No sender name, just a string of random characters. The subject line read, "FW confirmation receipt," plus I opened it. Inside was a payment receipt from the exact account I'd used to buy the niche perfume and silver bracelet. The sender was me. The recipient, Jessica M., delivered to Tyler's office. Attached at the bottom was a screenshot of a story, her desk, the gift box right in the center. Caption, "Can't wait." I stared at the photo. Black wood desk, gray chair, wallpaper with a faint pattern. I'd never been to Tyler's office, but I knew what it looked like. He'd sent me a photo once from a Q4 team meeting. This matched perfectly. I didn't say anything, didn't ask him a thing. But I started locking in on that name. Jessica. Maybe she was just a coworker who casually posted a story without tagging anyone. Or maybe she was someone trying to pull me into something I never signed up for. Maybe she was the same person who sent the nice pic sweetheart message days ago. I double-checked the receipt, the shipping address, Tyler's company headquarters, 8th floor, where the finance team sits. No mix-ups, no vague female coworker anymore. There was a name, there was an address. And there was the period at the end of the story I thought was normal. But what sent a chill down my spine wasn't the gift, it was the attitude of the person who sent the email. No message in the body, no sorry, no just so you know, no warning. Just cold silence, like they knew I'd understand. Knew I'd know exactly what to do next. This wasn't a year-end gift anymore. It was a warning. A hit and run. A twisted kind of revenge. The other woman sending a message to the main one, using the very thing the main one had picked out. I shut my laptop, opened the closet, looked at Tyler's coat still hanging neatly. The faint scent of his cologne lingering in the room. Suddenly, everything felt fake, like a badly scripted dating show, where I was just the viewer and they were the actors. I started wondering, was this emotional cheating or had it crossed into something physical? I wasn't sure, but I knew that from that moment on, what I had inside wasn't a whisper anymore. It was a story I couldn't keep quiet. I didn't know who sent the email, but it seemed I wasn't the only one reading his inbox. So when Tyler asked me to buy a birthday gift for his female boss, I wasn't surprised. It was his yearly routine around this time. And just like every year, he said the exact same thing. Pick something elegant, okay? Female boss, around 40, likes simple but classy stuff. Maybe a silk scarf or whatever you think works. I didn't nod, didn't refuse. I just asked one question. Still sending it to the office? He answered immediately, no hesitation. Yeah, it makes it easier. I turned away, lifted my glass like nothing happened. But in my head, I'd already run through the entire script. I knew that gift wasn't for his boss. And I knew the female boss he mentioned was just a cover for Jessica, the new hire whose face kept popping up in every company livestream. She even showed up for a few seconds in the Christmas party story, holding the exact gift box I had picked out with the not-so-subtle caption, "He always picks the best." I knew enough. And this time I wasn't going to let it slide. I was going to hit back. Not with tears. But with the one thing he'd never expect, my own hands, the same wrapping I once crafted for him. Only this time, what's inside would be the truth. I sat down, opened my laptop, pulled up the full order history from the past 2 years, my name, my card, my email. Not once did Tyler ever pay me back like he promised. There was the silver bracelet with the stones, the French candles, the spa gift card, even a unisex skincare set that cost more than a month of rent, all shipped to his office, all under the excuse of work gifts. And me, the official girlfriend, never received a single one. I opened my invoice app. One by one, I pulled up every receipt, neat, detailed, branded, with full payment info. I didn't need to say a word. The numbers would speak for me. Then I opened an old photo folder. Pictures of Tyler and me in Palm Springs. Us in a hotel bed, dim lighting, but our faces perfectly clear. A few birthday shots from last year, when I baked him a cake and gave him a handmade notebook with the words, "For the days we'll never forget." Turns out I was right. We'll never forget those days. But for all the wrong reasons. I printed the photos on thick paper. Small, clean, just the right size to slide into a gift box without bending. Next came the part I prepared most carefully, the box. I used the exact same wrapping paper, nude-based silver trim, a matching hard box, satin ribbon, tissue lining, a sealed sticker. Every detail identical, down to the millimeter, to the very first coworker gift I ever wrapped for him. I rewrapped a fake gift to look exactly like the real thing. But this time there was no perfume, no silk scarf. Inside was the proof, the truth, and the pain of someone who'd been turned into the backup wallet for a relationship she didn't know she was financing. On top, I placed a small, folded note, handwritten. You should know who really paid for your refined taste and who got those gifts first before you ever showed up. I didn't sign my name. No need to, because as soon as she opened that gift, all questions would answer themselves. I placed the gift box on the table, labeled it Jessica M., just like he used to do with me. I looked at it one last time. No trembling, no regret, just certainty. I didn't need to shout, I just needed her to open that exact box. That morning, as I was preparing the delivery bag, Tyler suddenly changed his mind. I'll just take it myself. It's the boss's birthday today, so it's easier if I hand it over in person. I looked at him. The female boss? Yeah, he nodded. She really loves the gifts you pick out. I nodded quietly. No need to say more. I'd known who the female boss really was for a long time. And today was her birthday. Jessica. The third party. The one he was seeing behind my back. The one throwing her own birthday party, pretending to be surprised when she unwrapped the gift from her special someone. I let him carry the gift himself. The wrapping looked flawless as always. Luxurious exterior, neatly tied satin bow, creamy white tissue inside. But this time, the real gift wasn't on the outside. It was at the bottom of the box, where the truth was folded neatly, waiting for the day the lid came off. I sat on the sofa, pulled out my phone, and went straight to Jessica's Instagram, where she'd posted a countdown to her birthday 3 days earlier, announcing she'd live-stream the gift opening so everyone could celebrate along. The live stream started at 12:01. The screen shook slightly, pop music playing softly in the background. A small office room decorated with balloons and tinsel. Jessica stood in the center, wearing a white dress, hair gently curled, phone in hand. Her eyes sparkled, lips curled into a ready smile. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for the birthday wishes, and thank you, to the one I can't name, for the gift that made me melt just from the box. Laughter filled the room. Someone shouted from the crowd, already gave the gift. Why hide the name? Jessica laughed. He's discreet, but okay, let's open it, shall we? Don't want to keep everyone waiting. I glanced at the clock. Right on time. Perfect. She began undoing the bow, lifting the lid. The tissue paper sprang out. The camera zoomed in. Someone else was holding the phone now. Everyone held their breath. On top was a folded card. Jessica opened it and started reading. her expression shifting in less than 3 seconds. I didn't think. She hesitated, but she flipped the next layer of paper anyway. A photo slipped out onto the table. Jessica's face stiffened. The person filming the live stream panicked and pulled the camera back. But hundreds of viewers saw it clearly. Tyler kissing me by the pool in Palm Springs, bare-shouldered, unmistakable face. A few people in the room whispered, "What the hell is this?" Jessica flinched, trying to pull the tissue paper back, but it was too late. Receipts spilled out after it. White paper, bold print, every line clear. Payer, me. Items, perfume, silver bracelet, silk scarf. Delivery address, Tyler's company. At the bottom of the box was a small note. The camera lingered for a second, long enough for the livestream audience to read, "You should know who really paid for your refined taste, and who received those gifts before you showed up." Jessica stood frozen. Her hand clenched tight, her face drained of color. Everyone in the room turned toward Tyler, who stood in the far corner, nowhere left to hide. The live stream cut off immediately after, but over 800 people had watched it live. A few viewers recorded the screen, posting clips on TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter, with captions like, "Office Drama Live. Girlfriend lets boyfriend deliver the gift, exposing his affair to the mistress." My love story, no longer a private confession. It became a public live-streamed confession. And it wasn't me speaking. They exposed themselves, laid bare the truth in front of the whole office. I didn't have to be there. I didn't have to scream. I didn't have to ask what happened next. I only needed Jessica to open that exact gift box, and for the whole world to watch. 3 days after that live stream, I packed up and left our shared apartment. No rush, no fuss, no note left behind. I slipped the keys into the cup he used for his shaving brushes. The only thing in the apartment he seemed to care for daily. Next to it, a small slip of paper. A gift voucher from the very store where I once bought presents for him, now fully used up. There was nothing worth taking back. I didn't want to carry anything that was ever ours with someone who never truly shared anything. The last thing I took with me was my silence. Tyler texted nonstop for 2 days after. No apology. No, "Are you okay?" Just the same line, repeated over and over. "Why did you have to do that?" I didn't reply. I just sent him a single screenshot, the receipt for the last order. The gift he told me to buy for the female boss. I underlined the payer section. My name. No need to say anything else, because if he still doesn't get it by now, he never will. Friends asked why I didn't make a bigger deal out of it. Why I didn't make him pay in public. Why I didn't expose him online, sue, or drag everything into the light. I just smiled. I've already wasted too much time trying to please someone who has nothing inside. Enough. I didn't need to win. I just needed closure. And now, I have it. I didn't post on Facebook, didn't change my status, didn't share any starting over photos. There was only a space, and for the first time, it didn't scare me. I rented a new place near work. Small, simple, nobody knows about it. Not to hide, but so no one can find me. Every morning, I unlock my phone. No unread messages waiting. No one pushing me into disguised control. No one saying, "You pick it, I'll pay you back." No one spending my money out of love for someone else. This story didn't end with an explosion. It ended with a gift unwrapped, at the right time by the right person, exposing everything that needed to be revealed. I didn't need a confession. I didn't need an apology. I already had the answer, clear and neat, inside a luxury gift box. Every gift comes with a price. Some gifts aren't worth receiving, but are definitely worth sending.